All right, and we are live again for another edition of our GenEd and ProfEd discussion. Good evening po sa inyong lahat na nandyan ngayon sa Pilipinas. Good morning, coming here from South Carolina, USA. And it might be good afternoon for the rest of the people who are watching us all over the world. Okay, so again, I'd like to welcome you. If this is your first time to watch our live stream, we are doing this Saturdays and Sundays in this month of August. Okay, so we'd like to welcome all of you. And I hope that you can learn a lot of things that you can learn with us tonight, and that you can apply this as you take the licensure examination for teachers coming in March of next year. Okay. So again, if this is your first time to watch us, make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, Gurung Pinoy. We have a lot of videos that can help you pass the LET. There's a playlist for general education. There's also a playlist for professional education. And of course, we also have a playlist for all our past live streams. Okay, so balikan niyo po lahat ng videos natin. And if you are watching on Facebook, you can also share our video, share it on your Facebook account, share it with the rest of the groups that you have joined on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, then please do like this video. Before we start, please like this video. My Maharot team on YouTube, please like our video. Okay, so again, if this is your first time to watch us, we don't know, or if you don't know anything about Gurung Pinoy, we are studying Gurung Pinoy. We used to have a review center in Iloilo City. We have been hosting the LET, the Civil Service, MTOP, and the rest of your examinations for more than 10 years now. And right now, we're just doing this online, not only because of the pandemic, but also because we are residing here in South Carolina, USA. My name is Ma'am Mexayson Manaay. I'm a teacher in South Carolina, USA, and I'm from Iloilo. Okay, so we used to own Study Link Review and Tutorial Center in Iloilo. I used to teach in Ateneo de Iloilo. I have also taught in Saudi Arabia in international school, and currently I'm teaching here in Manning, South Carolina, in Manning High School. Okay, so that's why we're doing everything online. Okay, now, so again, if you'd like to go back to all of our videos and go back to all our videos on YouTube, check all the videos that we have there, our playlist for GenEd, for ProfEd, and of course, for GenEd and ProfEd discussions, okay? And if you'd want to receive exclusive materials coming from us, not only those that we are discussing here in our live streams, but also other materials that can help you pass the LET, then you can have the opportunity to just pay 500 pesos. This is a one-time payment, 500 pesos, one-time payment. This is until you take the LET, okay? Hindi po kayo magbabayad monthly, hindi po kayo magbabayad ng installment na 500 per month, but this is a one-time payment of 500 pesos only. Okay, so that's for Palawan, Cebuana, ML. The name is there, address is there, phone number is there. And right after you send your payment through Palawan, Cebuana, or ML, make sure that you take a picture of your receipt, send it to our Gurung Pinoy official Facebook page so that I can add you to Grow. Okay, Grow po is Gurung Pinoy Review Online Work Group. It is our exclusive FB group. Now, if you cannot go out of the house because of MECQ and you cannot ask someone else to pay it for you, then another option for you is to send your payment through Super Sticker during our live streams, but you need to go to YouTube for you to do that. Okay? So again, that's only 500 one-time payment. All right. Now, if you're ready and you have liked this video, you have shared this video, then we are going to start with our discussion today. So again, we'll have 20 items GenEd, another 20 items for ProfEd. Okay. Again, please share our video, react to our video, share it with all the groups that you have joined on Facebook. Also, those people that we have here on YouTube, please do like this video and we will start. Okay, we start with GenEd question number 1. This is in the category of Filipino. Anong modelo ng prosesong komunikasyon ang nagaganap sa isang daluyan lamang? Is this letter A, palikot, letter B, linear, letter C, transactional, or letter D, interaktibo? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 1? Good evening to everyone who's watching us. I am going to be reading some of your comments later. Okay, so again, many people on YouTube are answering with my D, my B, my C. Okay, maraming B. Here on Facebook, I can see some answers. The answer of Sir Sunny Bukiren, no, letter B. Okay, so iba-iba din yung answer. Karamihan letter B. Okay? Now, sabi ng ating question, anong modelo ng prosesong komunikasyon ang nagaganap sa isang daluyan lamang? Isang daluyan lamang. Okay? So that means one way, one way. Okay? One way, isang daluyan lamang. And of course, it's pretty obvious that your answer should have been linear. Linear. Letter B, that's the correct answer. Okay? So if you are saying transactional, then it's a continuous process. There is an interaction, there is an exchange of ideas between the sender of the message and the receiver of the message. Okay, so transactional and interactivo, there is an exchange of messages between the receiver of the message and the sender of the message. Okay, but if you are saying that there's only one way, isang daluyan lamang, then it's going to be linear. Okay, so that's letter B. Now, idagdag ko lamang po ito, mga batayang sangkap ng komunikasyon. Lumalabas din po ito sa LET, so make sure that you have a copy of this. Again, I would strongly recommend that you have your review notebook as you listen to us, as you answer our discussion. Okay, so again, ito yung mga 6 na batayang sangkap ng komunikasyon natin. Ang una ay yung nagpadala ng mensahe or ang encoder. So of course, this one ay tumutukoy sa tao o pagkat ng mga taong pinagmula ng mensahe. Okay, so nagpapadala or encoder. And of course, the most important part would be the mensahe. Kaya ano nga ba yung ideya na gusto niyang iparating? Ano yung nilalaman? Okay? Ano yung gusto niyang ipahiwatig? So that's the mensahe. That's number 2. Number 3 is ang daluyan o ang channel. Okay? So saan dumadaan ang mensahe? No? Meron kang dalawang kategorya dyan. Daluyang sensory o tuwirang paggamit ng paningin, pandinig, pangamoy, panlasa at pandama. At meron ka din namang daluyang institutional o ang paggamit ng sulat, telegrama, mga kagamitang elektroniko. Okay, so daluyang sensory or daluyang institutional. So yan po yung daluyan or channel kung saan po ito yung ating ginagamit para makapag-send ng message nga, no? At yung number 4 nyo would be ang tagatanggap na mensahe o ang decoder. Siya, of course, ang magbibigay kahulugan sa mensaheng kanyang natanggap. So that would be your receiver. Okay, so receiver, tagatanggap ng mensahe o ang tinatawag na decoder. Now, number 5 would be ang tugon at feedback. Okay, so this would be the answer. This would be the reply. Ang tugon o feedback, that is going to be the reply of the person who's receiving the message. And number 6 here on the side, meron tayong mga potensyal na sagabal sa komunikasyon. Okay? Mga potensyal na sagabal sa komunikasyon. Ito ang mga bagay-bagay na maaaring makasagabal sa mabisang komunikasyon. Okay? So you have the 6 ingredients for communication. Okay? 6 na batayang sangkap sa komunikasyon. Ang nagpapadala ng mensahe or ang encoder, ang mensahe, ang channel, ang tagatanggap ng mensahe or ang decoder, ang tugon at feedback, maaring minsan walang tugon or walang feedback. And of course, number 6 would be mga potensyal na sagabal sa komunikasyon. Okay, so make sure that you have this in your review notebook so that you can come back to it later. All right, now we go to question number 2. Before that, I've also included the 4 types of sagabal. No? Ito ay lumalabas din po sa LET, so make sure that you also copy this. Lumalabas po ito sa LET. Okay, so ito yung mga sagabal na maaaring makasagabal nga sa komunikasyon. No? So the first one would be semantica, second one would be physical, letter C, physiological, letter D ay psychological. Okay, so semantica, halimbawa nito ay ang pagkakaroon ng isang salita ng dalawa o higit pang kahulugan, hindi maayos na organisasyon ng pahayag. Okay, so when you're saying semantica, if you're talking about semantics, that would be pertaining to the word that you're using or also in the way that you have constructed your sentence. Okay, so maaari ma-misinterpret ng iyong tagatanggap ng mensahe. Letter B here would be physical. So physical naman, ito yung mga nakikita mo sa paligid. Okay? So maaaring ingay sa paligid, distraction visual, hindi komportabling upuan. So maaaring, for example, ngayon, if you are looking at or if you're watching our live stream now and then you have a child who's calling you and who's also asking you to play with her, okay, or maaring maingay sa paligid mo, then that should be your physical na sagabal. Okay, so these are your physical constraints in communication. Physical na sagabal. Now, letter C would be physiological, kapansanan sa paningin, pandinig, or pagsasalita. Ito po ay common question sa LET. Okay, so meron tayong question sa LET na si Lita ay hindi masyadong nakakaintindi ng mga mensahe dahil mahina ang kanyang pandinig. Anong klase ng sagabal ito sa komunikasyon? And so then your answer would be physiological. Okay, so physiological would be the various parts of your body are not in perfect condition, and so they become constraints in communication. And of course, letter D would be your psychological na sagabal, mga biases, prejudices, pagkakaiba ng mga kinalalakhang paligid or nakagawi ang kultura at maaaring magbunga ng misinterpretasyon. So psychological naman would be all in your mind. Okay? All in your mind. May bias ka, may prejudice ka, kahit na sinasabi ng boyfriend mo na mahal ka niya, iba yung interpretation mo, okay? Dahil na man-hater ka or may mga trust issues ka, ay iba yung interpretation mo, okay? Hindi pareho yung pag-interpret mo ng mensahe ng iyong boyfriend, for example. Okay? So, ito po yung apat na sagabal sa komunikasyon. Semantika, that pertains to the word itself or to the sentences that you have constructed. Physical, that's pertaining to the environment where you are in. Physiological would be for the parts of your body, and psychological would be all in your brain. Okay? Biases, prejudices. Okay? So, that's all for the different sagabal sa ating komunikasyon. All right, now we go to question number 2. Ano ang paraan ng diskurso kung ipinahayag mo ang ibig sabihin ng salitang kahulugan? Letter A, paglalahad. Letter B, paglalarawan. Letter C, pagsasalaysay. Or letter D, pangangatwiran. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 2? Let me read some of the people's comments na nandito sa ating Facebook. Good evening, Sir John Gordoncillo, Ma'am Asmin Dumandan, Sir Edward Garcia, Ma'am Jeneline Marturillas. Good evening, Ma'am Serendipity. Ma'am Vils Lofar Bolok-Bolok. Good evening po. Ma'am Aslia Ampang. Ma'am Mary Ann Villaluz. Ma'am Kimberly Cordova, good evening po. Sir Sunny Bukirin, sabi niya isa pong makalikasang pagbati sa inyong lahat. Maulan yan sa Pilipinas ngayon, di ba? Merong bagyo. Ingat po kayo dyan. Ma'am Quenchan, good evening po. Ma'am Edna Ballesteros, good evening. Sir Mon Delator Lubrino, good evening from Sarangani. Good evening from Naik Cavite, Sir Kerson Yanan. Ma'am Annalise Subido, good evening. Good evening, Ma'am Blossom Heart from North Fairview, Quezon City. Good evening po, Ma'am Aslia. Sir Santi Santos, good evening po. Sir Bobby Dahap, good evening. Watching from Misamis Oriental, Ma'am Joy Dumaon. Ma'am Chris Reasonable, good evening po. Ma'am May Cabarles, good evening. Sir Limon, Ma'am Limon, good evening po. Ma'am Mary Chu, good evening. Oh, ang daming mahina yung signal. Okay, now a lot of you are answering with the letter B on Facebook. Dito naman sa YouTube ay maraming A. Meron din namang B. Okay, so number 2 here. Number 2 says, ano ang paraan ng diskurso kung ipinahayag mo ang ibig sabihin ng salitang kahulugan? Is it paglalahad? Letter B, paglalarawan. Letter C, pagsasalaysay. Or letter D, pangangatwiran. Now, tingnan natin kung ano yung pagkakaiba ng mga choices natin dito. Now, ito po yung tinatawag nating bahagi ng ating diskurso. If you are already in Grow, then you don't need to copy this. This has already been posted in Grow. So again, kung nasa Grow na po kayo, there's no need for you to copy this. Nandun na po ito sa inyong Grow. Alright, now when you say diskurso, ito yung kakayahan sa pagsasaayos ng kaisipan, pamamaraan, pagiging mga tuwiran ng isang tao, no? Isang verbal na palitan ng mga ideya. So when you say diskurso, this can also mean diskusyon. Okay? Diskusyon. Verbal na palitan ng mga ideya. That's diskurso. Now, meron tayong 4 na pamamaraan dito. The first one would be narrative or pagsasalaysay. Ang layunin nito ay ang magkwento ng isang pangyayari or kawil ng mga pangyayari. Okay? So, pagsasalaysay, you are narrating something. Halimbawa, nakita ko si Macy kahapon. Pupunta kami sa Robinson's Magnolia mamaya. Okay, so pagsasalaysay, you are narrating. Now, the second one would be paglalarawan. This is also called descriptive. So you are describing something. May layuning maipakita mga katangian ng isang bagay, lugar, pangyayari, tao, o maging ng isang ideya. So, ang sama ng pakiramdam ko, ang lamig dito sa Tagaytay. So, what we need would be your adjective, no? So you are trying to describe what happened, isang bagay, lugar, pangyayari, tao, or isang idea. That's paglalarawan. Paglalarawan or descriptive. Now, we also have the third type, which is paglalahad. Paglalahad po means expository. Okay, so paglalahad is expository. This is for naglalayon na ipaliwanag ang mga pangyayari, opinyon, at mga kaisipan. So ito naman ay nagpapaliwanag. Okay, so for example, maganda na mayroon ng curfew ang mga kabataan dahil para rin ito sa kanilang sariling kabutihan. Okay, so nagpapahayag ka. You are explaining. That's expository. And the last one would be argumentative. Ito naman itinatawag ding pangangatwiran. Okay, so argumentative or pangangatwiran. May layuning mapaniwala ang kausap o mambabasa. Halimbawa, mas maganda kung ipapatupad ang death penalty para matakot ng gumawa ng krimen ang mga tao. Okay, so yan po yung 4 na paraan kung paano tayo magdiskurso. Okay, so meron kang pagsasalaysay, paglalahad, pangangatwiran, okay, and of course, meron ka ding paglalarawan. Alright, now going back to our question, what do you think is the correct answer? Anong paraan ng diskurso kung ipinahahayag mo ang ibig sabihin ng salitang kahulugan? Okay, so you are trying to explain the meaning of the term kahulugan. Is this paglalahad? Okay, so paglalahad ba ito? Narrative? Narrative would be pagsasalaysay. Paglalahad would be explaining, okay? You are trying to explain. Paglalarawan would be descriptive. You are trying to describe. Pagsasalaysay would be narrative, and pangangatwiran, of course, that would be argumentative. All right, and the correct answer, of course, would be letter A, paglalahad. Paglalahad po. You are trying to explain, okay? Pinahahayag mo ang ibig sabihin ng salitang kahulugan. So you are explaining. That's why the correct answer would be letter A, paglalahad. Okay, letter A po would be the correct answer for number 2. We go to question number 3. Alin ang tawag sa wikang nararapat na gamitin sa mga tanggapan ng pamahalaan at panturo sa paaralan? Okay, let me go to YouTube and read some of pataasan daw sila ng score. Maulan na gabi. Good evening, Ma'am Buenafe. Ma'am Chusain. Good evening po. Sir Alvi Medjaliada. Good evening. Good evening, Ma'am Annalisa Marcos, watching while learning in Apayao Province of Car Region. Kamusta sa lahat ng mga taga-Pangasinan from Sir Pinoy Penur. Good evening, Sir Jeffrey Alida. Good evening, Ma'am Edna De Luna. Hello, mga Oragon and Nagbueno from Ma'am Faith Manawa. Good evening, Sir Mark. I miss you. Sabi ni Sir Javier. Shout out sa mga taga DMGT. Good evening, Ma'am Marichu Agustin. Maimbag nga rabi yu amin from Sir Archie Rizalona. Good evening, Ma'am Joy. Sir Efren, good evening po. Shout out to all the PL Marians from Danica Zafra. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. Ma'am Joy Dairie, thank you sa maagang pakape. Thank you so much po for your financial support to Guru Pinoy. Maayong gabi gikan sa Dakbayan, Sambutuan. Sir Mark John Goten. Watching from Cebu, Ma'am Dream May. Good evening po. All right, now many of you are answering on YouTube. Your answers mostly are B and D. From Pangasinan, Ma'am Priscilla, good evening po. Okay, now here on Facebook, most of the answers are B and A. Okay, B and A naman dito. Alright, now going back to the question, sabi ng inyong question, alin ang tawag sa wikang nararapat na gamitin sa mga tanggapan ng pamahalaan at panturo sa paaralan? Okay, tingnan po natin yung susunod nating slide. Ito po yung mga tinatawag nating antas ng wika. If you are in GROW, then there's no need for you to copy this. Nasa GROW na po ito. So there's no need for you to copy this if you are already part of GROW. If you're not part of GROW, then go ahead and copy this. All right, so again, we have the topic antas ng wika. And meron tayong dalawang major categories nito. Ang una would be hindi formal or di formal. Ito ay antas ng wika na karaniwan, palasak, pang-araw-araw, madalas gamitin sa pakikipag-usap at pakikipagtalastasan. So, I think you all know the meaning of the term hindi formal, no? Or di formal. All right, so that's di formal. That's the first major category that we have for antas ng wika. And under di formal, meron tayong mga iba-ibang halimbawa. Okay, so first one would be balbal. Ito po yung lumalabas sa let. Tinatanong kayo usually ng let, anong pinakamababang uri ng wikang gamit ng tao? So this is your balbal. Pinakamababang uri ng wikang gamit ng tao. Ito ay tinatawag ding salitang kanto, salitang kalye, na buo dahil sa kagustuhan ng isang particular na grupo na magkaroon ng sariling pagkakakilanlan. So halimbawa, imbis na pulis, sinasabi mong parak. Imbis na pagkain, sinasabi mong chibog. Imbis na mapapel, sinasabi mong epal. Okay? Even your gay language can fall under balbal. So again po yung balbal, ito ay salitang kalye, pinakamababang antas ng wika. Okay? Pinakamababang uri ng wika. That's letter A, balbal. Now we go to letter B. This is koloksyal. Ordinaryong wika na ginagamit ng mga kabataan sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na pakikipag-usap. So yung koloksyal naman, when you say colloquial terms, no? And these are the usual terms that we have. So, kumare, pare, tapsilog, hindi din siya formal, okay? So, kung formal ito, maaaring sabihin mo kumpadre, okay? But this one is just using pare, kumare, tapsilog, pero hindi siya katulad ng balbal na masyadong mababa yung uri, okay? So, this is colloquial, ordinaryong ginagamit ng mga kabataan sa kanilang pang-araw-araw na pakikipag-usap. Now, we also have lalawiganin. Ang sabi naman ng lalawiganin mo, wikang ginagamit ng isang particular na lugar o pook. Salitang hindi maituturing na standard sapagkat limitado pa rin ang saklaw na pinagagamitan. Okay, so for example, in Ilonggo, imbis na araw, we would say adlaw. Imbis na bahay, we would say balay. Babae, we would say babayi. Okay, so you can say that lalawiganin would be your dialect. Okay, so dialect. Now, for your formal naman, sa isang kategorya mo ng wika, you have formal. Ito ay antas ng wika na standard at kinikilala, ginagamit ng mas nakararami. Okay, so formal, mas ginagamit ng mas maraming tao. Okay, so we go to the first part of this, or first example. That's letter D, pambansa. Wikang ginagamit sa isang particular na lugar o pook, malaya, sabaw, paniniwala. Okay, ginagamit ng isang particular na lugar o pook. Ito din po yung mga ginagamit natin sa mas maraming taong gumagamit nito sa pang-araw-araw, okay? So that's pambansa. Na pampanitikan naman, ginagamit ang mga salita sa iba pang kahulugan, ginagamit pangkatha ng dula at iba pang likhang pampanitikan. Wikang sumusunod sa batas ng balarila o rhetorical. When you say pampanitikan naman, matalinghagang pananalita na ito. So tahanan, kabiyak ng puso, sanggunian, these are all part of your pampanitikan. But your answer for your question here, kung ano yung ginagamit natin sa pamahalaan panturo sa paaralan, mas nakararami, we are using letter D, pambansa. That would be the correct answer. Okay, so wikang pambansa, hindi po opisyal, hindi po bilingual, hindi din po multilingual dahil ayon po sa ating mga na-discuss na antas ng wika, that would fall under pambansa. So letter D is the correct answer. Okay, so again, letter D po ang tamang sagot for question number 3. Now we go to number 4. Ano ang antas ng komunikasyong nakapaloob kapag ipinapadala ang isang mensahe sa maraming tagatanggap sa pamamagitan ng cellphone? Is it letter A, media, letter B, group, interpersonal, letter D, public? Sir Rafi Overa, hello, good evening po, watching and learning from Quezon Province. God bless you, sir. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, please share our video. And you can also start a watch party if you may. Ito sa YouTube, nagmamadali na. Gusto nang mag-Christmas. Ma'am Vanessa, habol po tayo. Okay, now a lot of you are answering for number 4. A lot of you are answering the letter A and B on YouTube. A and B on YouTube. Sa ating YouTube, no, maraming A and B. Dito naman, sa ating Facebook, marami ding A and B. So ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Is it letter A or letter B? Mananaig kaya yung letter A or mananaig kaya yung letter B? Mamarichu Agustin, good morning din po. Good evening po dyan. Live session. Yeah, Sir James P., good evening po. Habol po kayo. We have our live streams po, Saturday, Sunday, in the month of August. Okay, so Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. po yan. Alright, now let's take a look at antas ng komunikasyon. No? Tingnan natin yung mga halimbawa ng antas ng komunikasyon na meron tayo. Okay, so the first one is intrapersonal. Again, if you're already in Grow, this has already been posted there 2 days ago, no? So there's no need for you to copy this. The first type would be intrapersonal. Ito po ay komunikasyong pansarili na gaganap sa isang individual lamang. So kung ikaw ay kinakausap mo yung sarili, what you'd call that would be intrapersonal. Okay, so intrapersonal communication. You also have what you call interpersonal. So interpersonal naman, komunikasyon na nangyayari sa pagitan ng dalawa o higit pang tao. So that's interpersonal, okay, between 2 or more people, interpersonal. Na meron ka din namang tinatawag na komunikasyong pampubliko, isinasagawa sa harap ng maraming mamamayan o tagapakinig. Okay, so for example, in our case here, I'm talking to a lot of people, and so this would be komunikasyong pampubliko na rin ito. So maaaring nagbibigay ka ng speech. In the new normal, you can do it all through live streams. Okay, so pampubliko, ito ay ginagawa sa harap ng maraming mamamayan o tagapakinig. Now, the fourth one that you have would be komunikasyong pangmasa. Okay, komunikasyong pangmasa, ito ay gumagamit ng mass media, radio, television, at pahayagan. Okay, so you can even include your cell phones. Okay, so media, komunikasyong pangmasa. And then, of course, you also have your komunikasyon na pang-organisasyon, komunikasyon na nangyayari sa loob ng organisasyon o samahan gaya ng ladlad, anak pawis, etc. So, for example, in my Maharot group here, nandito sa YouTube, this can also be called komunikasyon na pang-organisasyon because, of course, your communication is done within the group. Okay? Nasa grupo lamang. Alright? So, that's komunikasyon na pang-organisasyon. Meron din tayong komunikasyong pang-kultura. Ito naman ay para sa pagtatanghal or pagpapakilala ng kultura ng isang bansa. So, examples of this would be your ads sa Department of Tourism mo, yung mga ads mo sa Department of Tourism, that can be called komunikasyong pangkultura because it is trying to convey the message of our culture, trying to explain what our culture is all about. And of course, we also have komunikasyong pangkaunlaran. Ito naman ay tungkol sa industriya, ekonomiya, o anumang pagkabuhayan. So, pag merong nagtanong sa'yo, okay, sa YouTube kung open-minded ka ba, ayan po ay po pwedeng maging under sa komunikasyong pangkaunlaran. Ito po ay tungkol sa industriya, ekonomiya, anumang pangkabuhayan. So, even your online selling, okay, yung mga pinopost nyo dyan sa Facebook, okay, pag naglagay kayo ng PM is the key, komunikasyong pangkaunlaran po yan. Kaway-kaway sa mga nagbibenta ng face shield, face mask dati, ngayon ay face shield na. Okay, so komunikasyong pangkaunlaran po yan. Alright, now, going back to the question that we have here, ano ang antas ng komunikasyong nakapaloob kapag pinapadala ang isang mensahe sa maraming tagatanggap sa pamamagitan ng cellphone? Of course, the correct answer would be letter A, media. Dahil wala pong group sa ating mga halimbawa. Okay? Hindi po siya kasama sa antas ng komunikasyon. Meron po tayong interpersonal. We have just discussed that a while ago. Meron pong public, may interpersonal, and the rest of the things there. But instead of group, you call that media. Okay? Media. Media po would be the correct answer. So letter A, ang tamang sagot. Thank you, Sir Migs, for your ayuda. Maraming salamat po. Nagpalit ka ba, Sir Migs, ng iyong picture? Okay, iba yung picture ni Sir Migs. Si Governor Miguel ba to? Or si... hindi ko alam. Congressman Miguel yata to. Si Gob. Okay, si Governor Miguel ito. Maraming salamat po. Na-miss ka po namin. Alright, now we go to number 5. This is in the category of math. If a liter of chemical X is 95% pure, how many liters of water must be added to make a 50% solution? Is it letter A, 0.90 liter, letter B, 0.94 liter, letter C, 0.09 liter, or letter D, 0.91 liter? Yes, si Gov Miguel nga. Good evening po. Na-miss ka po namin, sir. Pa-shout out sa mga batchmates ni Ma'am Marichu Agustin from SLSU TO. Sir Miguel, na-miss ka doon ni Ma'am Rafaela. Good evening po, Ma'am Mary Rose, na late. Okay lang po yan, habol po kayo. Number 5, letter A, hula, sabi ni Ma'am Christine. Maraming letter A. Meron din naman B, may D, pero mas marami letter A na nandito sa YouTube. Okay, what about on Facebook? Sa Facebook naman, anong karamihan ng inyong... Okay, so letter A, Sir Shani Bukirin. Alright, now, Ma'am Rosina Pangilinan, letter A din. Ma'am Ville, letter A. Okay, now going back to the question that we have here, if a liter of chemical X is 95% pure, how many liters of water must be added to make a 50% solution? Now, again, it says 1 liter, a liter of your chemical, is 95% pure. So we write that as its decimal, okay, now 0.95. If you still don't know how to convert your percentage, your rate here, into decimal, that's very simple. Just move the decimal point 2 times to the left. Okay? So just move the decimal point 2 times to the left. So from 95% po, meron tayong 0.95. So 1 liter of this is 95% pure. You'd want to prepare a 50% pure solution or 50% solution, and you don't know the number of liters that you'd have to add. Okay, so that's why we have 1 plus x here. Ang x here would stand for the unknown. Hindi natin alam kung ilang litro pa yung kailangan natin idagdag. And of course, 1 here would be the original, that's the original volume. Okay, that's the original volume. All right, so again, 0.95 multiplied by 1 equals 0.50 multiplied by the quantity 1 plus x. And so, of course, we need to distribute your 0.50 here, which means that we need to multiply this by the quantity or by the variables that we have, by the terms that we have in the quantity. So we have 0.95. Anything that's multiplied by 1, the answer will just be itself or will just be the same number. So that's 0.95. And of course, 0.50 times 1, that's 0.50. Then 0.50 multiplied by x, that's 0.50x. Okay, don't forget your add sign. Okay, your plus sign there. All right, now we are going to isolate the term here with the variable. And so we move this to the other side. Remember, when you are moving a term to another side, it is going to change its sign. Okay, so we are going to have 0.95 minus 0.50. So from positive, naging negative po siya. Okay, our goal here is to isolate the term with the variable na x. Okay, so 0.95 minus 0.50 equals 0.50x. And so we subtract 0.50 from 0.95, and that will give us 0.45 equals 0.50x. Okay, now we know that to get the unknown, okay, we need to divide both sides by 0.50. Okay, so dividing both sides by 0.50, that would give us 0.45 divided by 0.50 equals x. Okay, and so the correct answer will be 0.9 liter, or that should be just liter of water should be added. So your correct answer would be 0.90. 0.90 po would be the correct answer. Okay, so that's letter A. Letter A. Good evening, watching from Nagcarlan, Laguna. Okay, Ma'am Chel Reyes. Good evening po. All right, so the correct answer for number 5 is letter A. We go to number 6. Number 6, still math. A man accepts a position at 14,250 pesos basic salary with agreement that he will receive a 2% increase every year for 3 years. What will his salary be at the end of 3 years? Okay, so this is still math. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Thank you, Mamari Chu, for inviting your friends. Okay, now some people on Facebook, on YouTube are already answering. Dito naman sa Facebook, okay, may sumasagot na din. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, please share our video. You can also watch or start a a watch party. Share niyo po yung ating video so we can help more people pass the LEP. Okay, now on YouTube, a lot of you are answering with the letter B. Hula na lang muna, Sir Charles Meneses. Welcome po. All right, so going back to your question here, your question states, a man accepts a position at 14,250 basic salary with agreement that he will receive a 2% increase every year. So kada taon po ay mag-i-increase ang kanyang salary every by 2% no for 3 years. What will his salary be at the end of 3 years? So that means compounded interest po ito. It is not simple interest dahil sabi dito, kada taon ay mag-i-increase ang kanyang salary. Okay, now, pwede niyo po itong isolve by using the formula of your simple interest, no, na principal multiplied by the rate multiplied by the time in years, at i-add nyo lang po, no, for 3 times na gagawin nyo yun because we are looking for his salary at the end of 3 years. Or you can also use this formula that I found here. Okay, so this is the formula for compound interest. Okay, so compound interest formula would be the amount equals principal multiplied by the quantity 1 plus R over N. And then you have NT. Okay, so that means the amount would be equal to the principal. Principal, of course, would be the original amount. Multiplied by the quantity 1 plus R here would be the rate. Okay, it should be in decimal. And of course, N would be the number of times interest is compounded per year. Ilang beses siyang kinompound kada taon. And of course, your exponent here would be time in years. Okay, exponent would be time in years. So again, that's amount equals principal multiplied by the quantity 1 plus R over N raised to the power, which is the time in years. Now remember po, in your interest, time should always be in years. So pag you are given a time in month, you have to divide it by 12 pa so that you can get your time in years. All right, now using that formula here, we say the amount equals your principal, the basic salary is 14,250 multiplied by the quantity 1 plus 0.02, kinuha po ito natin sa interest rate, and that's 2%. Now, ginawa natin siya decimal form. So, that's 0.02 over 1. Bakit over 1? Dahil your denominator here would be the number of times the interest is compounded per year. Wala namang sinabi na twice every year siya compound, no? So, that would be just 1. Okay? So, isang beses lang po siya na-compound every year. And of course, your exponent should be 3 because this is the number of years that we have here. Okay, so in 3 years. All right, so then what we do first would be the terms that we have here in our quantity. Okay, so 0.02 divided by 1, that's just going to be 0.02. Adding that to 1, it gives us 1.02. And the next part that we have would be, to get your cube nito, no? I-cube mo siya. So that means 1.02 multiplied 3 times. Okay, so 1.02 times 1.02 times 1.02. And that would give us, bakit bumalik ito? Okay, that would give us, disregard this part here. Okay, naulit lang siya. And that would give us your 1.02 cube here. That would give us 1.061208. And the last part, of course, would be to multiply these two. Okay, so multiplying that 2, that would be 15,122.214, which means that the correct answer would be letter D. Okay, letter D po would be the correct answer. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ang tamang sagot po natin is letter D. So tama si Ma'am Martirillas Jeneline. D, sure. Okay, ligwak. Ano nangyari sa mga taga YouTube? Sir Migs, si Governor Miguel, tama. Ligwak, Sir Jeffrey, Ma'am Buenafe. Okay, si Ma'am Rafaela, si Muse. Tama. Ligwak, ganun. Sabi ni Sir Mark. Okay, tama si Ma'am Faith Manaog. Okay, Ma'am Grace, tama din. Alright, so again, remember, I've been telling you in math, you can kill the cat in several ways. So po pwedeng ito yung gamitin nyo if you're more comfortable with this. Or if you're more comfortable just using the formula for your basic interest, which is principal times rate times time, and then you just do that 3 times, then po pwede din naman po yun. Okay? Now we go to question number 7. Ligwak din, Ma'am Annalie. Marami din naligwak dito sa Facebook. Okay, number 7. A man is planning to take a leisurely stroll around their rectangular patio, which measures 27.7 meters long and 21.5 meters wide. How far does the man have to walk? Is it letter A, 88.4 meters, letter B, 98.4 meters, letter C, 120.4 meters, or letter D, 96.4 meters? This is still math. Ligwa. Okay, ang daming naligwa. Alright, so again, number 7 is still math. Ano kaya ang tamang sagot? Now again, for those of you who are asking when we're going to have our online acquaintance party, I will be posting something on Facebook, okay, after this. So make sure that you check that. Yes, Ma'am Karen Cortaga, I know that your major is very difficult, okay, major in TLE, napakahirap. I've tried discussing the TLE major before and napakarami ng inyong components, napakarami ng inyong areas doon. Hindi po yan ratio. Patio po yan. Yung patio po would be the part ng yung bahay. Parang small garden siya. Nasa likod siya ng bahay nyo. Parang backyard. Okay? So, pinasosyal lang siya na backyard. Pero yung backyard kasi, when you're saying backyard, that means sobrang lawak. Pero yung patio kasi, ano lang siya, maliit lang siya. Maliit na backyard lang siya. All right, now many people on Facebook are answering with the letter B. Here on YouTube, karamihan din ay letter B. Okay? So sabi dito, a man is planning to take a stroll around their rectangular patio, which measures 27.7 meters long and 21.5 meters wide. How far does the man have to walk? Okay, so if this is your patio, we know that the length is 27.7 meters and the width is 21.5 meters. How far does the man have to walk? So he'd like to walk around the patio, okay? So pabalik-balik siya around the patio, okay? So that means he's actually just trying to get the perimeter. Perimeter lang yung hinahanap niyo dito. And now we know that perimeter equals 2 times the quantity length plus width. We're talking about your rectangle here. And so we have these values. 2, your length is 27.7 plus your width of 21.5. Then we distribute 2 here. Okay, so we distribute 2. That means we multiply 2 by the terms that we have inside the quantity. And so we have P equals 2 times 49.2. Okay, so we added 27.7 plus 21.5. That gives us 49.2. And we multiply that by 2, which gives us 98.4. So the correct answer would be letter B. Okay, letter B po ang tamang sagot. Okay, so mabuti si Ma'am Annalie sa Facebook. Sabi ni Ma'am Annalie, sama na rin sa letter B. Okay, so letter B po ang tamang sagot. That's just the perimeter of your rectangle. Okay, so that's the perimeter of the rectangle and that's the correct answer. All right, now we go to number 8. Okay, number 8. After a stone is dropped into a cylindrical container filled with 100 cubic centimeters of water, the water rises and the new reading is 106.5 cubic centimeters. What is the volume of the stone? And you are given your choices there. Ayun, tama kayo. Ang daming nakatama. So question number 6. Hello, Sir Bala Jonas Official. Good evening po. Ma'am Nenidal Halyare, good evening. Ma'am Edrelyn, good evening po. Okay, so karamihan sa inyo dito sa YouTube, your answer is B. Okay, dito naman sa Facebook, ano po yung sagot nyo? Walang sumagot sa Facebook? Usman Aziz, welcome. He is one of our viewers from, I can't remember, was it Pakistan? Pakistan yata? Usman, am I right? Are you from Pakistan? He's also watching our video always. I don't know. They might also have a similar test as that of the lab. Okay, and sometimes he would comment that what's this? He cannot understand my explanations if they're all in Tagalog. Okay, so I would try my best, Usman, to also use English. Okay, so because it's quite easy for the Filipinos here watching with us to understand if I explain in Filipino or in Tagalog. But of course, I'll be using English. Since Usman here, our friend Usman, I think he's from Pakistan. I cannot remember correct if I remember correctly. Then I guess he's from Pakistan and he's also watching the videos. Okay, he's also reviewing with us. All right, so number 8, after a stone is dropped into a cylindrical container filled with 100 cubic centimeters of water, the water rises, and the new reading is 106.5 cubic centimeters. What is the volume of the stone? Now, this is a very common technique in the lab. We use this in the lab when we are trying to get the volume of an irregular solid, okay? Remember, if you are just going to take the volume of a regular solid, for example, you have a cube, it's very easy. All you need to do is to multiply the length by the width by the height. Okay, so length times width times height. That would be your formula for the volume of any regular solid. Now, for the volume of your liquids, it's also very easy. All you need to do is to put it in your graduated cylinder and you just take a look at your measurement. Okay, remember to read it using the lower meniscus. But if you are using your irregular solids, for example, your stone, your key, okay, if your solids do not really have a regular shape, then we use what method we have here in our question, and we call this the displacement method. So you put some amount of water, you get the volume, then you drop your object, then you take the volume again, you simply subtract the original volume from the second reading that you have. Okay, so this is just easy subtraction. That means 106.5 minus 100. Okay, so that's just 106.5 minus 100, and that means the correct answer would just be 6.5 cubic centimeters. Okay, so 6.5 cubic centimeters lamang po would be the correct answer. Letter B, that's correct. Okay, now we go to number 9. What is the volume of air in an atmospheric balloon with a diameter of 24 centimeters? This is still math. Is it letter A, 7,238 cubic centimeters? Letter B, 5,703 cubic centimeters? Letter C, 2,405 cubic centimeters? Or letter D, 1,443 cubic centimeters? What do you think is the correct answer for question number 9? This is also math. Aroy, sabi ni Gov Miguel. Aroy, math ulit. Okay. It's better for you to see these questions now that we're just reviewing. Okay. And so once you see this in the lab, you already know how to solve it. Okay. It's better for you to see them now than see them in the lab. Again, if you're watching us on Facebook, please share our video. Please start a watch party so that we can help more people. We can reach out to more people and we can help them pass the lab. Now, number 9, some of you are answering the letter B and C here on YouTube. Shout out kay Ma'am Rachel Abuhela. Siya kanina yung pinaka-nauna, no? Unang-una. Hula na naman, sabi ni Ma'am Danica Zafra. Okay, so again, going back to the question here says, what is the volume of air in an atmospheric balloon with a diameter of 24 centimeters? So again, we are trying to get the volume here. Your balloon, of course, is a sphere, no? So spherical yung atmospheric balloon mo. And your formula for volume is there. That's 4/3 multiplied by pi multiplied by radius raised to the third power. Okay, so volume of a sphere is 4/3 multiplied by pi multiplied by radius raised to the third power. Okay, so again, radius would be from the center of your circle going out towards the edge of your circle. That's half your diameter. All right, now using the formula, we have these values that we have here. So that's 4/3, that's fixed, multiplied by pi, which is 3.1416, multiplied by 24/2 raised to the third power. Bakit 24/2? Because in your question here, you are given your diameter. Okay, so remember your radius would just be half your diameter. That's why I'm trying to divide 24 by 2 here. Okay, so 24, which is your diameter, divide by 2 so that we can get the radius. Then, of course, that would be raised to the third power. Now, that would give us 4/3 multiplied by 3.1416 multiplied by 1,728. 1,728 is 12. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So 12 times 12 times 12, that would be that will give us 1,728. Okay, so all you need to do is to multiply this and also the numerator 4 here, and after you get the product, you divide that by 3. Okay, so your answer would be 7,238 cubic centimeters, which is letter A. Letter A po would be the correct answer. Okay. Thank you so much, Ma'am Ville, for sharing the video. Okay, so again, letter A is the correct answer. Letter A po ang tamang sagot. All right, now cubic centimeters here, Ma'am Rafaela Joy, she's asking about cubic centimeters. Cubic centimeters here, because we're talking about volume, ang cubic centimeters mo would simply mean centimeters na raised to the third power. That's cubic centimeters. Okay, so cubic centimeters po yan. Okay, so again, number 9, the correct answer would be letter A. Letter A. All right, yung number 10 kaya ay math pa rin. Let's try to find out. Number 10, okay, English na. Which dimension of language is concerned with sounds and stress? Letter A, phonology. Letter B, segmental. Letter C, suprasegmental. Or letter D, phoneme. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 10? We are still at GenEd. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 10? Sir Gino Raffle, I'm very glad that you're able to join our live stream. Nakikita ko sa comment mo kasi, sir, you're saying that you cannot do it online, you cannot join the live stream, but I can see that you are here on YouTube right now. Okay, now letter or number 10, this is in the category of English. Okay, going back to the question that you have here, many of you are answering the letter A on YouTube. On Facebook, marami din letter A. Okay, so which dimension of language is concerned with sounds and stress? Now, we know this, of course, to be phonology. Phonology po is the part of language, the study of language, the dimension of language, which is concerned with sounds and stress. Okay, so pag sounds and stress, that would be phonology. Now, we know phoneme to be the basic unit of sound, okay? Kada unit ng sound mo in a language, that would be called a phoneme. Okay, phoneme po yan, letter D mo. That would be the basic unit, the basic segment, no, basic unit of sound that you have in your language. Now, you have two types for this, the kinds of phonemes that you have. It can be segmental. So segmental, your letter B. This would include your vowels and your consonants. Okay, so vowels and consonants would fall under segmental. Your pitch, stress, and juncture would fall under the second kind, which is suprasegmental. Now take note of this because this also comes out in the LET. Okay, so sometimes the LET would ask you which among the following is a suprasegmental type of phoneme. Or sometimes it would also come out in Filipino. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang halimbawa ng suprasegmental? Okay, so dapat alam nyo na diin, tono, okay, yan yung mga choices. So pag tono, diin, yan po yung suprasegmental. Okay, so number 10, that's letter A, phonology. Now we go to number 11. Which process of reading makes you think about your thinking? All right, now this is like a bonus question. This is very easy. I'm pretty sure you know all this, or you all know this. Okay, so sabi ni Sir Gino, dahil nasa MECQ sila, may time ulit maka-join. So wala kang trabaho ngayon, Sir Gino. Okay, so parang bonus na itong question na to. A lot of your answer with the letter D on YouTube. What about those people who are on Facebook? Okay, Sir Sonny answered letter D. Okay, so again, number 11, this is very easy when you are thinking about your thinking po. This is not cognitive. Metaphysics is, this is the study of the beginning of things, no? Metaphor, you know metaphor to be part na siya ng ating figures of speech. Okay, so halos the same siya. It is very similar to simile, but it's not using the words like or as. Okay, now, if you haven't watched our video yet, if you haven't watched our video on the figures of speech, please do watch that video figures of speech. It also has a translation in Filipino. So we all know figures of speech have are always coming out in the LET. The correct answer here would be letter D, metacognition po yan. Metacognition, that's correct. Okay, that's letter D. Tama si Ma'am Grace Flores by John Flavel. Okay, letter D, John Flavel. Okay, letter D, metacognition. All right, now we go to the next question. Question number 12. Which has more mass, a kilogram of feathers or a kilogram of iron? Letter A, iron. Letter B, feather. Letter C, both have the same mass. Letter D, none of the above. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Again, if you're watching us on Facebook, please share our video or start a watch party so that you can share this with your other friends. Okay, your friends are also going to be taking the LET. Okay, now this question is also very easy. This is a very easy question. Sabi niya, which has more mass? A kilogram of feathers or a kilogram of iron? Yung iba sa inyo na iba yung sagot, that means hindi kayo nagbabasa ng mabuti. Okay, the correct answer would be letter C. Both have the same mass. Sabi kasi, a kilogram. That means 1 kilogram of feathers or 1 kilogram of iron. Pareho lang naman silang 1 kilo. Okay? Pareho lang naman silang 1 kilogram. So that means both have the same mass. Nabulagan kayo with the terms feathers and iron. Kala nyo kasi iron would be heavier. Okay? Because it's iron. And feathers would be lighter. Okay? So this is a very tricky question. The correct answer, of course, would be letter C. They both have the same mass, because both of them would be both of them are 1 kilogram. Okay, yan yung sabi ng inyong question. All right, now we go to number 13. If you lose direction while traveling at night, which stars should you look for and in what constellation? Now you have 1 to 4 there, Polaris, number 2, Rigel, number 3, Ursa Major, number 4, Ursa Minor. Okay, and you have the choices on the bottom. Okay, so sinasabi ko sa inyo, when you're taking the LET, you have to analyze the questions. Huwag po kayo mabubulagan, no? Okay, so basahin maigi yung question. All right, we're already at question number 13. Okay, basta may Polaris. Polaris lang yung alam nyo. Basta may Polaris, yun na yun. Okay, now going back to your question here, if you lose direction while traveling at night, which stars should you look for and in what constellation? Now, we know Polaris to be the North Star. Ito po yung North Star. Tinatawag natin North Star, and it can tell you your true north. Okay, so sasabihin niya sa'yo kung nasa yung true north mo if you know how to use it. Rigel naman, this is part of your constellation Orion, yung Orion's belt mo, no? Yung parang sinturon. Rigel is part of your Orion belt. Ursa Major, this is your Big Dipper, okay? Also sometimes called the Big Bear. Ursa Minor, of course, would be your Small Dipper, sometimes also called your Small Bear. Okay, now the correct answer here, looking at your illustration here, to find your true north at night, your Polaris, the North Star, is part of your constellation Little Dipper. Okay, so parte siya ng constellation na Little Dipper. So that means 1 and 4. So letter A would be the correct answer. Okay, so letter A po would be the correct answer. Although you can also use your Big Dipper here if you cannot see your Little Dipper, yung hint mo po, if you cannot see, for example, may ulap dito, hindi mo makita yung Little Dipper mo, what you do is you use this tip of your Big Dipper because it is going to be across your North Star. You can also use your Cassiopeia. If none of these are visible, then you can also use your Cassiopeia. Okay, the middle point of your Cassiopeia here would be directing you to your North Star. Okay, but in this question, the correct answer would be letter A, 1 and 4. Thank you po, Ma'am Ipomea Mercy, for sharing the video. Maraming salamat po. Okay, now we go to number 14. The sun appears more reddish at sunset than at noon. Which of the following phenomenon is responsible for this effect? Is it letter A, scattering, letter B, dispersion, letter C, reflection, letter D, interference? Nabulag sa pag-ibig, humugot si Sir Barbosa. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot for number 14? Okay, now going back to number 14, this is in the category of physics. The sun appears more reddish at sunset than at noon. Which of the following phenomenon is responsible for this effect? Is letter A, scattering, letter B, dispersion, letter C, reflection, letter D, interference. Okay, now the term that we use for this would be the Rayleigh scattering. Rayleigh scattering po yan. Okay, that is the phenomenon that gives us blue skies and red sunsets. Okay, so the observer during daytime, the particles are scattered, and so the sky appears to be blue. But during nighttime naman or sunset, your light travels a longer path. Okay, and so red light is less scattered. And so the correct answer would be letter A, scattering po. That's scattering. That's your Rayleigh scattering to be specific. Okay, Rayleigh scattering to be specific po. Yung tamang sagot dyan is scattering, letter A. Now, yung reflection mo naman, you know reflection to be the bouncing of light as it passes through or as it touches a smooth surface. Okay, so reflection po is the phenomenon which makes light bounce off as it touches a smooth surface. Okay, so this would usually come out in the LED. When does reflection happen? Your answer would be when the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are equal. Okay, so that's when reflection would occur. Your letter D here, interference, this is what happens when you have interference. Okay, so this is, if you have slits here, if you have double slits, then you can make this image. That would be the interference of your pattern. So pag may opaque object, the opaque object would of course not let light pass through it, and so you call that your interference. Okay, so then your answer of course would be number 14. That's scattering. Now we go to number 15. At present, a patient fights cancer either by surgery or by drug treatments called chemotherapy, irradiation, viral treatment, or immunotherapy. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot for number 15? Okay, now a lot of you on YouTube are answering with the letter A. On Facebook, ganun din. Many of you are answering with the letter A. Excuse me. All right, now going back, sabi dito ng ating question number 15, GenEd. At present, a patient fights cancer either by surgery or by drug treatments called, the correct answer, of course, would be letter A. That's called chemotherapy. Okay, so cancer lang naman ang nagkikemo. Sabi ni Sir Loreto, tama yan. Okay, so that's chemotherapy. Not irradiation. Irradiation, because when you are using chemotherapy, it's almost like using radiation. No? Radiation therapy, that's another form of curing cancer. Okay, but in this case here, since it says drug treatments, that will be chemotherapy. Okay, immunotherapy po, pinapalakas lamang. It's strengthening yung immune system. This is usually done to people who are HIV positive. Okay, so the correct answer would be letter A, chemotherapy. Now we go to number 16. Which principle states that no man in a country is above the law and the law must be obeyed by all and applied to everyone? Is it is rich or poor, lowly or powerful, without fear or favor? Our choices are there: social justice, rule of law, separation of church and state, rule of majority. Okay, what do you think could be your answer? Hello po, Ma'am Josephine Bailon. Good evening po. Okay, so number 16 mo, question number 16 is in the category of social studies. Okay, social studies po ito. Alright, so again, going back to question number 16, which principle states that no man in a country is above the law? We always hear this from President Duterte, no? Sinasabi niya lagi, no man is above the law. The law must be obeyed by all and applied to everyone. This is social justice, rule of law, separation of church and state, rule of majority. The correct answer, of course, would be letter B. This is the rule of law. So no one should be above the law. That's letter B po. Letter B is the correct answer. Thank you for sharing the video, Ma'am Josephine Bailon. Maraming salamat. Okay, number 17. Any individual has the right to question why he is being arrested and to summon his accusers to court so that due process may be performed. This right is embodied in which of the following? Prison mater, habeas corpus, reclusion perpetua, res ipsa loquitur. Ano kaya yung tamang sagot dito? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for this question that we have here? Still social studies. A lot of people on YouTube are answering the letter B. Okay, people on Facebook are also starting to answer. All right, now number 17, any individual has the right to question why he is being arrested and to summon his accusers to court so that due process may be performed. So that means you cannot be illegally detained. Okay? Hindi po pwedeng illegally detained ka, kukunin ka ng kung sino, tapos ikukulong ka. Dapat dalhin ka nila sa korte. Okay? So you should be they should summon you to the court. Okay? Tapos dapat due process yung gagamitin. Hindi po pwedeng hindi ka makita ng mga magulang mo, hindi ka makita ng kapamilya mo through illegal detention nga. Is this prison major, habeas corpus, reclusion perpetua, or res ipsa loquitur? Now, we know reclusion perpetua to be life sentence. Okay, this is the highest form of sentence that we can get in the Philippines now since wala pa, hindi pa nababalik yung death penalty, no? And so reclusion perpetua, life sentence, this is the highest form of penalty that we can get from any court. Okay, but the correct answer here, before we go to the correct answer, of course, let's take a look at the terms that we have here. Habeas corpus po. This is a writ requiring a person to be brought before a judge or court, especially for investigation of a restraint of the person's liberty used as a protection against illegal imprisonment. As I have mentioned, this is used against illegal imprisonment or illegal detention. So you should be taken to court, okay? The judgment, the process should be done in court and not elsewhere. That's habeas corpus. Now, your letter D here, res ipsa loquitur, this means the thing speaks for itself. This is a doctrine of law that one is presumed to be negligent if it had exclusive control of whatever caused the injury, even though there is no specific evidence of an act of negligence. Okay, so example dito, sinasabi ng res ipsa loquitur mo, the thing speaks for itself. For example, you are walking near MOA, and there is a construction. Okay, there's a construction at the side of the building of MOA, and then you were hit by a falling debris. Okay, so a rock or a material hit you, and then of course because of that you had a head injury. But no one is there is no witness. Okay, there's no witness that would that you can take in court and that can help you prove it. Okay, that this person has seen it. The person saw that the brick fell under your head. Okay, so that means there is no witness that can prove it in court, but res ipsa loquitur says the thing speaks for itself. That means even if there is no witness, still SM MOA would be held liable, because if there is no construction there, then you are not going to be injured. Okay, there's no construction, then you won't get injured. That means whatever caused the injury, even if there's no specific evidence, because MOA had the exclusive control, it is the only thing that had the falling debris, that had the material that had hit your head, then that means you can use res ipsa loquitur. The thing speaks for itself. But the correct answer here, of course, would be letter B, that's habeas corpus. Okay, letter B po, habeas corpus, would be the correct answer. So that means you should have the freedom from illegal detention, from illegal imprisonment. If someone is trying to accuse you in court, then they should summon you in court. The legal process should be done in court and not by you being taken into some custody, by you being kidnapped, and by you taken in an illegal detention. Okay, so letter B po, that's the correct answer. Now we go to number 18. What was the first book published in the Philippines? Is it letter A, Pasyong Mahal, letter B, Doctrina Christiana, Letter C, Del Superior Gobierno. Letter D, Barlaan at Josaphat. Okay, this is Philippine literature. Yes, tama yan. Si Mamarcho Agustin said, bring the body is habeas corpus. That's correct. Okay, corpus would mean the body. Okay, so this is like, you're saying that this is like bonus? Bonus ba yung question na to? Again, if you're watching us on Facebook, please do share our video. Please share it with your classmates. Please share it with your friends who are also going to take the LET. So we can help. We can also help them pass the LET. Good evening, Ma'am Cecil Grabillo on YouTube. Bonus na to. Sabi ng karamihan na nasa YouTube. Now, if you are already in Grow, I have posted the materials there, which is Philippine literature during the time of Spain, no, of Spanish colonization. So everything is already there. What was the first book published in the Philippines? Pasyong Mahal, Doktrina Kristiyana, Del Superior Gobierno. Letter D, Barlaan at Josaphat. You all know that the correct answer would be Doctrina Kristiyana. Okay, this is by Fray Juan de Plasencia, believed to be one of the earliest books printed in the Philippines in the year 1593. So usually we'd say that this has been the first book published in the Philippines. All right, now the rest of the things there. Pasyong Mahal, of course, this is about the life of Christ. Del Superior Gobierno is considered to be the first newspaper in the Philippines. Barlaan at Josaphat is considered to be the third printed book. Okay, third printed book. The second one would be Nuestra Señora. Okay, so this Barlaan at Josaphat, this is already the third one. So letter B is the correct answer. All right, number 19. Among the developing Asian nations, which of the following is widely promoted to be the better solution to poverty and unemployment? Letter A, importation. Letter B, urbanization. Letter C, privatization. Or letter D, industrialization. Okay, number 19. Shout out kay Ma'am Cecil Grabillo. Yeah, she's watching. That's coming from Ma'am Marichu Agustin. Welcome to the club, sabi ni Ma'am Marichu. Oh, Sir Mark Toledo is very disappointed. Hindi daw nagpaparamdam, Sir, si Javier. Oh, nandyan pala siya, Sir Mark. Okay, tama yung sinabi ni Ma'am Grace, the first Tagalog novel written by Antonio de Borja, of course, would be Barlaan at Josaphat. First Tagalog novel in the Philippines. All right, now a lot of you on Facebook are answering the letter D. Dito sa YouTube, ganun din, and that's the correct answer. Okay, so this is industrialization. That means mas maraming trabaho yung napoprovide through more businesses, through more industries. Okay, that's industrialization. Now we go to the last question for GenEd. One of the major functions of taxes is to finance real government expenditures. This function can simply be stated as, I have stated this, I have discussed this with you in our previous live streams, no? And I think many of you, those of you who are here for a long time already, no, especially to my parokyano nasa YouTube, you know what the answer is. Is this raising revenues? Letter B, securing price stability. Letter C, raising national security. Or letter D, promoting development. Okay, what do you think would be the correct answer for the last question, GenEd? Sir Arnel Eribal, good evening. Welcome po. First time yata ni Sir Arnel on YouTube. Ma'am Mabel Forneste, first time po ba? Also on YouTube. Karamihan dito sa ating Facebook are, maraming first-timers dito sa Facebook. Okay, now going back, number 20, one of the major functions of taxes is to finance real government expenditures. If your tax can finance real government expenditures, that means it can raise revenues. That's the correct answer. Letter A po. Okay, not letter D, that's letter A. Sir James, welcome po. First time din ni Sir James. Okay, that's the correct answer. That's letter A, raising revenues. All right, so that ends our Gen Ed to tonight. We are going to have a short break. Ma'am Mabel Forneste, welcome po, first timer. And we are coming back at 8:30, okay? We'll be back at 8:30 po. All right, we'll be starting back in a few minutes. Again, we are going back to our review in a few minutes. We will start, of course, with our ProfEd, and we are going to have still 20 questions for ProfEd tonight. All right, so again, this is your first time to log in and to watch our video. Make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel. There's a lot of things that can help you pass the LET there. There's a lot of videos that we have there. There's a playlist for GenEd, another playlist for ProfEd. Of course, we have a separate video, separate playlist for GenEd and ProfEd live streams. Okay, please do like this video. If you're watching on Facebook, then please also like our Facebook page, the one that has the logo of Guru Pinoy, the logo that you can see in your screens right now. So again, we are StudyLink Guru Pinoy. We used to own StudyLink Review and Tutorial Center in Iloilo. We have been in this business for a long time. My name is Ma'am Nexay Son Manaay. I'm the owner of StudyLink Review and Tutorial Center, alongside my husband, who is Sir Ram and I. Okay, so we have been teaching students and helping students pass the LET, civil service, MTOP, the rest of the entrance tests and other tests for a very long time now. I used to teach in Ateneo de Iloilo. I'm a bio major. I've also taught in Saudi Arabia in an international school, but currently I'm teaching here in Manning High School, Manning, South Carolina, USA. And so our VIA center is closed, and hence we are doing everything online. And we actually started our YouTube channel just very recently. It's only because of the pandemic. Okay, so because of the pandemic, my class in Manning High School became online 100%, and so I had the luxury of time. I had a lot of time in my hands, and what I did, of course, was to start this channel and to help future LET takers pass the LET. All right, so again, if this is your first time and you've seen the slideshow that we had a while ago, where we're talking about GROW, Guru Pinoy Review Online Work Group. It's an exclusive FB group where I send all the exclusive materials, secret materials, exclusive materials that can help you pass the LET. It's very cheap. It's very easy to join. You had seen the details a while ago. So it's just 500 pesos. One-time payment po yan. And then you can already join GROW. Just take a receipt, picture of your receipt, and send it to our Facebook page. And then I'm going to add you to GROW. Okay? Now, another option that you can have if you can't go out because of the MECQ is to send us a super chat, super sticker through our YouTube live stream. Okay, so YouTube live stream. But of course, tonight we are live both on YouTube and Facebook. And of course, we're doing this Saturday, Sunday in the month of August. I'm going back to school tomorrow. I'll be back to school tomorrow. And so, Saturday, Sunday na lamang pong ating schedule for our live stream. Okay, we go back to our discussion. We start with question number 1 for ProfEd. Number 1, which of the following interventions reduces stigma between social status and social selection in the educational system? Is it letter A, National College Admission Examination? Letter B, Educational Service Contracting Schemes? Letter C, National Achievement Test? Or letter D, Education for All? Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Okay, now a lot of you on YouTube are answering the letter D. Okay, on Facebook naman, yes, you're also answering the letter D. Going back to the question, it says reduces a stigma between social status and social selection. Okay, so walang pagkakaiba sa estado ng mga estudyante, and of course, that would be education for all. This means education is made available and accessible to everyone, not only for the rich, but also for the poor people, the poor students, okay? Not only for those students who are located in the city, but also for those who are in the barrios, okay? That's education for all. Number 2, which of these statements is the effective way of communicating the mission, vision statements of the school? Is it letter A, memorize the mission, vision statement? Letter B, share the mission, vision among stakeholders? Letter C, align activities, programs, and projects to the school's mission, vision? Or letter D, form committees to develop or revise the mission, vision statement? Yes, Ma'am Rafaela Joy, you can make your group chat po. You can also add me to your group chat. Po pwede din po. So I can also help you with some materials. Okay, now people on Facebook are choosing letter C. Ma'am Samantha Moralde, thank you po for sharing the video. Okay, letter C. Alright, so sabi dito sa iyong question, which is an effective method of communicating the mission, vision statements of the school? And we all know that the correct answer would be letter C. So dapat yung activities, small programs, and projects are aligned to your mission, vision. We go to number 3. For what main reason are schools as change agents advised to offer courses that industries need? Okay, I think we had a very similar question yesterday. And I have given you the purposes of the schools yesterday. Ma'am Norhana Ismael, thank you so much, Ma'am Norhana, for your ayuda. Kapitana Norhana Ismael, nabago na rin yung picture. Napakaganda sa kanyang picture. Maraming salamat po sa iyong ayuda. Okay, so again, we've talked about this yesterday. Question number 3. For what main reason are schools as change agents advised to offer courses that industries need? And of course, the correct answer would be economic purpose, economic reason. Okay, so letter D is the correct answer for number 3. CCO na sa inyo yung ProfEd. How are schools influenced when parents measure of excellent schools is children's ability to read as early as pre-kindergarten? Is it letter A, exclusive use of reading books published by the school? Letter B, application of socio-emotional learning? Letter C, integration of values in the curriculum? Or letter D, focus on the academics? Ano kaya ang tamang sagot? Okay, again, we're already at number 4. How are schools influenced when parents measure of excellent schools is children's ability to read as early as pre-kindergarten? Ma'am Maren Kausin, maraming salamat po for sharing our video. Ma'am or Sir Ipomea Mercy, maraming salamat po. Okay, now some people are answering the letter C, others letter D. Going back to the question here, sabi ng question mo, how are schools influenced? How will our schools be influenced when the measure of excellent schools of the parents? Okay, if the measure of excellent schools of the parents are children's ability or is children's ability to read as early as pre-kindergarten. Your parents want the children, their kids, to be able to read as early as pre-kindergarten, and that is their measure of excellent schools. Now, how will this influence the schools? The correct answer here, of course, would be letter D po. Letter D. If that's the case, then the school is just going to focus on the academics. Sasabihin ng school, gusto ng mga parents na napakagaling na kanilang estudyante sa academics. So what we'll do is focus on the academics because they want their kids to be able to read na as early as pre-K. Pre-K, that would be grade 3, grade 3 now. 3 years old, 4 years old, gusto nila nakakabasa na. Okay, so that's the correct answer. All right, now we go to number 5. With which of the following is poor reading performance associated? Is it number one, relatively low self-esteem? Number two, deprived home environment? Number three, use of rote memorization as a reading strategy? And then you have your choices at the bottom. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 5? Sir Ryan Ray Napal, good evening po. Ma'am Liza Rosario, good evening. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 5? A lot of you on YouTube are answering the letter D. Okay, and there's also a lot of people who are answering the letter D. Okay, now of course we know that the correct answer here would be letter D. So all of these can be associated with poor reading performance. So relatively low self-esteem, napakahina ng kanyang self-esteem, napakamahiyain, deprived home environment, okay, they are not given the support by the parents. There's no reading materials, for example, or the parents are not asking them to do their best always. Use of rote memorization as reading strategy, that's correct. So, imbes na bahay, ang sabi niya ay kubo. Okay, minememorize lang pala niya or tinitingnan lamang niya yung pictures. The correct answer would be letter D. Letter D po would be the correct answer. Number 6, a student is made to replace words omitted in a message or a paragraph. This technique, used for developing reading comprehension, is known as developmental lesson, closed procedure, integrative mode, structural method. What do you think is the correct answer for question number 6? Now, I'd like to throw this question especially to our parokiano and also those people who are on Facebook. Sir Loreto, our appointed president, can you also make a Facebook page where you can plan for your online acquaintance party? Or would you like to use the same group chat that Ma'am Rafaela is going to make? Okay, so again, for your online acquaintance party, I'd like to ask one of you to make your group chat so that we can all prepare for your acquaintance party. Okay, now my husband and I, we've already talked to each other, and we are going to have contests. Okay, so magko-contest tayo. We will have contest, may singing contest, may pwede din naman tayong spoken poetry contest, and pwede din tayong so Ma'am Rafaela Joy is appointed secretary. Okay, we have Sir Loreto as our appointed president. Okay, now going back muna sa ating question, a lot of you are answering with B, may D. Okay, dito naman sa ating Facebook, may D din. Okay, may D din. All right, now the correct answer here would be, this technique is called the closed procedure. Closed procedure po to, that's letter B. Okay, so you have omitted words or there are omitted messages, omitted parts of your paragraph. Sometimes may pictures pa nga dyan, no? May pictures that would take the space. Okay, and sometimes there can also be a closed procedure, closed activity na meron kang choices, meron kang word bank. Okay, so closed procedure po ang tamang sagot. That's number 6, letter B. All right, now we go to number 7. How can a teacher help students with different learning and thinking styles continue to learn more effectively during discussions? Letter A, provide a general overview of the lesson. Letter B, use one method of reflection strategy. Letter C, allow sufficient time for processing different types of information. Letter D, use low-level questions to stimulate various level of thinking and valuing. Okay, Ma'am Rafaela, can you please send a message through the official Facebook page of Gurung Pinoy so that I'll know your Facebook account? Okay, so we can put it in our announcement. So again, we can have a singing contest. We can also have your spoken poetry contest. And we can also have, pwede din tayo magpa-TikTok. Okay, yung dance contest. And my husband and I, we've agreed that we are going to give cash prize. Okay, so we can do this. It depends on you. Kung pwede naman natin, we can do this by school if you want. Okay, so po pwedeng by school, no? Po pwede din naman na kayo na, maggrupo-grupo na kayo. Okay, if you know people and you want people to participate, then po pwede po. But of course, those people should be our students in our online class. Okay, now going back to question number 7, marami sa inyo, your answer is letter C. Tama po yan inyong sagot. That would be letter C. How can a teacher help students with different learning and thinking styles continue to learn more effectively? During discussion, if your students have different learning and thinking styles, some of them might be very fast, others might be very slow. And so what you need to do is to allow sufficient time for them to process the different information that they have. So this is one effective method of asking students during class discussion. Dapat po, you throw out the question and you wait for, or you give them a sufficient amount of time for them to digest your question first before you ask students to start answering. Okay? So that's the correct answer for number 7, letter C. Number 8, which program of the Department of Education is an offshoot of the Filipinos' Bayanihan spirit? Is it letter A, Every Child a Reader program, letter B, the Basic Education Curriculum, letter C, Child-Friendly School System, or letter D, Brigada Eskwela? And of course, Sir Efren is going to help us with the prayer part. So we will start with the prayer starting next week. Okay, meron na po tayong prayer. And of course, the one in charge would be Sir Efren, Brother Efren. Okay, now a lot of you on YouTube are answering the letter D. Ganun din sa ating Facebook. Good job. That's Brigada Eskwela. Maning-manin nyo na itong ating ProfEd, ah. Good job. Okay, congratulations. Napakagaling nyo na sa ProfEd. Okay, so that's Ma'am Rafaela. I see you on Facebook. Personalized education aims to prepare a child for lifelong blank. Is it letter A, value-directed learning, letter B, motivation, letter C, self-directed learning, letter D, none of the above? Okay, now we all know that in your LEP, your professional education has a higher percentage than your general education. So mahirap talaga yung GenEd. At kung medyo mababa yung score nyo sa GenEd, it's okay, bawiin nyo po sa ProfEd. Now, I can see that many of you are already very good at ProfEd. Marami nang magaling sa ProfEd. Marunong na kayo mag-analyze ng questions natin, especially since marami na tayong naging drills, no? Alam nyo na kung paano sagutan yung ProfEd. And that is going to help you a lot in taking the LET. Since ProfEd is going to take more or higher percentage. Sir Bobby Dahap, first time po ba? Welcome po. Sir Alvin Alombro, welcome po. Ma'am Maricel Cayetano. Okay, so Ma'am Eunice Carbajal is also volunteering for prayer. So maybe we can do, this is on a weekend basis, okay? So every weekend. So Sir Efren, would you like to do it every Saturdays? And Ma'am Eunice, would you like to do it every Sundays? Okay? Gusto niyo po ba every Saturday, Sir Efren? Then si Ma'am Eunice every Sunday for your prayer. You can also prepare a slide if you can. Or if there are some words that you'd want me to put in the slide, then po pwede din po. And then I'm going to invite you during the live stream so that, of course, your classmates can also see your face while you are giving the prayer. Okay, now what is your answer for number 9? Okay, Sir Efren, Ma'am Eunice says she's fine with every Sunday. So, kukunin po niya every Sunday na prayer. So, Sir Efren, you can have every Saturday po. Mukbang competition? Wala tayong mukbang competition, Ma'am Danica. Okay, so Sir Efren will give us the prayer every Saturday and Ma'am Eunice will give us a prayer every Sunday. So very short lang po. Short prayers, some upliftment lang for your classmates. If you want me to include some words on our slides, then we can also do that. Or if you can make your own slides, then you can also just send me the slide and I can just post it on our live stream. Okay, now, yes, Sir Loreto here says closing prayer then. Okay, so closing prayer then. So that means Sir Efren and Ma'am Eunice, whenever you pray, you prepare the prayer, then please prepare the closing, both closing and opening po. Yes, Sir Efren yata is a pastor. Okay, now going back to the question, personalized education aims to. Personalized education aims to. Ano nga ba yung goal ng personalized education? The child is being prepared for lifelong. The correct answer would be self-directed learning. Okay, personalized, meaning akma sa kanya. Usually, ginagamit ito sa ating mga students with special needs, no? Students with special needs. Ito yung mga tinatawag nating IEP, Individualized Educational Plan. Okay, so individualize yung educational plan nila, meaning para lamang sa kanila. So that would prepare them for self-directed learning. Marunong na sila. Alright, so kahit sila na lang, they can gain independence kasi nga they have special needs. Alright, number 10, which is the ideal stage of moral development? Letter A, social contract. Letter B, good boy, good girl. Letter C, universal ethics. Letter D, law and order. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for number 10? This is talking about the moral development theory by Kohlberg. Okay, is it B, C? Mahina yung signal, Sir Ed. Okay lang po yan, sir. Balikan niyo na lamang po pag hindi kaya ng signal. Ma'am Edrelyn, Sir Dena, welcome po. First time yata ni Ma'am Edrelyn. Si Sir Jeffrey Arida, palagi kong nakikita, nagsuspoken poetry to nagvi-video din to All right, now people on Facebook are answering letter C, my D. Here on YouTube, may C din. Maraming C, ha? Okay, now going back to number 10. Again, this is based on Kohlberg's stages of moral development. Remember, we have 3 major levels, and that would be pre-conventional, conventional, post-conventional. I've already discussed this before. Remember, when you say conventional, you already understand the laws. You already know why we have laws. Okay, so that's conventional. Yung pre-conventional, you still do not understand why we have laws in our society. Ang post-conventional naman, this is of course higher than your conventional. Okay, so you have a higher understanding of the law. So sometimes, sabi nga ni Kohlberg, not all people can reach level 3. Okay, hindi lahat ng tao would reach level 3. Sometimes, a person can just die at level 2. Okay, sometimes hanggang conventional ka lang. Follow ka lang ng follow. Okay, now what are the differences in our stages here? Sabi ng pre-conventional mo nga, that kids still do not understand why we have the laws in existence, okay? But they are following the laws because they want to just avoid trouble, or they also want to get something in return, okay? So that's what's in it for me. This is for exchange, and this one is to just get some reward also, and to avoid punishment. That's for stage 1. Now, stage 3 and stage 4 here, you have stage 3, good boy, good girl. This makes me look good. And so I want to do this. I want to continue doing this so that I can get the approval of others. That's good boy, good girl image. And this is usually where you find your teacher's pet. Okay, so this is where your teacher's pet is. Law and order mo naman, you always say because that's the rule, because it's the law. Okay, so you need to follow it. Don't argue with the law because you know that that's the law, then don't argue with it. Okay, don't do anything that would go against it. That's the law and order. Okay, so sometimes even if for your law and order, even if you don't agree with the law, you still follow. Okay, so yan yung law and order natin. Social contract mo naman, this is a level but above your law and order. So sometimes, even if you know what the law is, sometimes you go against the law because you want to fight for the common good and welfare of others. So this is what we have with people who go to rallies. Okay, so example, sabi, pinagbawalan silang mag-rally dahil nga pag nag-rally kayo, there's no social distancing, bawal nga lumabas. Okay, sabi ni Kim Chu, bawal lumabas. Pero lumabas ka pa rin at nag-rally ka, nag-demonstrate ka, because you believe that it is for the common good, okay? You believe that it is for the welfare of other people. And of course, your principled conscience naman, this is the highest na. Personal integrity, okay? So this is universal laws na. You're thinking about higher forms of laws, higher forms of order, okay? Pero, of course, we're looking for the ideal stage. Ideal, of course, is the good boy, good girl. Good boy, good girl. Ideal boy, ideal girl. Perfect image. So the correct answer would be letter B. Letter B po. That's good boy, good girl. All right, now we go to number 11. A good teacher may provide a good classroom atmosphere by providing pupils with challenging educational experiences, setting strict rules and enforcing them partially. Letter C, allowing the pupils to make all the decisions. Letter D, maintaining strict discipline. Okay, we're already at number 11. This is, I think, a repeat question. Okay, so those of you, especially my parokyano who are on YouTube, I'm pretty sure that you know what the answer to this one. Okay, ganun din naman sa Facebook. Okay, many people are answering letter A and that is the correct answer. Okay, so correct answer po yan. Letter B is wrong because sabi niya, enforce your rules partially. Hindi po yan po pwede. Allow the pupils to make all the decisions? No, you can't. Maintaining strict discipline. This is also true, but of course the best choice here would be to provide your pupils with challenging educational experiences. And that would already be including all the laws that you have, all the rules that you have. Sabi ni Kim Chu, may rules, may laws sa ating classroom. Okay, so follow the laws in your classroom. Number 12. The lecturer narrates, I observe that when there is an English-speaking foreigner in class, more often than not, his classmates perceive him to be superior. To which Filipino trait does this point? Letter A, lack of confidence. Letter B, friendliness. Letter C, colonial mentality. Letter D, hospitality. Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 12? Okay, now a lot of you are answering on YouTube. A lot of people are answering the letter C. Okay, on Facebook naman, Ma'am Maren answered letter C. Okay, Ma'am Christy, letter C. Alright, so again, sabi ng lecturer mo, I observe that when there is an English-speaking foreigner in class, more often than not, his classmates perceive him to be superior. What Filipino trait is shown here? Is it the lack of confidence, friendliness, Colonial mentality, hospitality. The correct answer would be letter C, hospitality. We'd always think that foreign people are better than us. Okay, so you'd always think that Toblerone, that Hershey's is better than Goya. You always think that Levi's is better than Pen Shop or than Bench. Okay, so that's colonial mentality, or what we call sometimes as xenocentrism. Xenocentrism. Your belief that the culture of another person is better than your own culture. Okay, in this case, colonial mentality po yan. Okay, number 13. What do the school campus expressions from the embryotic indicate? Is it letter A, the power of the rich, the powerlessness of the poor, the prevalence of ethnocentrism, or letter D, low literacy rate of the country? Maraming salamat, Secretary Rafaela Joy Fajardo, sa iyong ayuda. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Rafaela. Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot for question number 13, Prof Ed? Some of you are answering letter A, my B, my C. Okay, dito naman sa ating Facebook. Alright, Ma'am Liza answered letter C. Okay, iba-iba yung inyong sagot. Let's take a look at the correct answer. What do the school campus expressions from the embryotic indicate? Of course, we'd always hear the terms from the embryotic if someone is not from Manila, for example, galing siya sa ibang probinsya. Okay, you'd call them promdi or baryotic. Is it the power of the rich, the powerlessness of the poor, prevalence of ethnocentrism, or letter D, low literacy rate of the country? The correct answer is letter C, the prevalence of ethnocentrism. You think that you are better just because you are from Metro Manila, or you think that you're better because you are from the city. Okay, you're better than those people who are from the barrio, those people that who are from the bayan. Okay, so that's the prevalence of ethnocentrism. Letter C is the correct answer. Okay, now we go to number 14. It is a common phenomenon that homes in urban or rural places are clean. However, our streets and parks are dirty. Citizens do not bother about garbage collection and rugged roads as long as these do not affect their family and home. Such situations show that as a people, Filipinos still lack what? Okay, we still lack what? Is it social consciousness? We lack community leadership, personal discipline, or political will? What is the correct answer for question number 14? Okay, ano kaya tamang sagot dito? Many people on YouTube are answering the letter C, halos lahat. Halos lahat kaya tama? Or halos lahat kaya ay ligwak? May mass murder kaya magaganap? O magpa-party kaya kayo dahil tama kayo? Ay, Sir Sunny Bukirin. Nag-transfer Sir Sunny dito sa YouTube. Galing siyang Facebook. Okay, now what do you think is the correct answer for question number 14? Sabi na number 14, yung mga bahay po natin sa cities and even sa mga bayan, no, are clean. Pero yung ating streets, ang ating parks ay napaka-dirty, okay? Ano ba yung dirty? Anong dirty in Tagalog? Okay, so streets and parks are dirty, marumi. Citizens do not bother about garbage collection and rugged roads as long as hindi apektado ang kanilang pamilya. So such situations show that as a people, Filipinos still lack. The correct answer would be letter A, social consciousness. Okay, so tama yung sabi ni Sir Jeffrey Arida, Sir Pinoypreneur, may genocide, okay, may mass murder. Maraming naligwak dito sa YouTube. Hindi po personal discipline. You cannot say it's personal discipline dahil sabi ng ating first sentence dyan, yung bahay naman nila ay malinis. Okay? Pero they don't really care about the parks and the streets. Okay? That means we don't have social consciousness. As a group of people, we don't think alike, okay? Or we don't really concern ourselves with our society, with our community. Kanya-kanya. Yan nga yung sinasabi natin, kanya-kanya mentality ng mga Pinoy. Okay, so letter A, social consciousness. That's the correct answer. Okay, ligwak. Now, number 15. A student is finding it hard to read. When the guidance counselor traced the child's history, the counselor was able to find out that the student came from a dysfunctional family. Aside from that, the child was abused and neglected. What could have caused the student's reading disability? Is it letter A, emotional functions, letter B, poor teaching, letter C, neurological factors, or letter D, immaturity? Okay, ayan na. Munting basura, ibulsa muna. Tapat ko, linis ko. All right, now a lot of you on YouTube are answering with letter A. Naligwak din si Ma'am Maren. Okay lang po yan. I know that you have a lot of correct answers. Okay, marami sa inyo. Letter A din dito sa Facebook, and that's the correct answer. Now, meron po tayong variation ng question na to. Meron isang question sa let that this part here is different. Hindi siya dysfunctional family. May nakalagay, the counselor was able to find out, the guidance counselor traced the child's history. The counselor was able to find out that the student had some physical malfunctions. No? May physical malfunction siya, may physical disability siya. And so if that happens, especially if there's something to do with the brain, maaring neurological factor po ang inyong sagot. Okay? Neurological factor. Depende sa sentence nyo na nandyan. Usually lang naman, yung variation na nakikita ko sa LEP would be this and neurological factors. Okay? But the correct answer, of course, would be letter A for this one. All right, now we go to 16. A person who is friendly and has a capacity to make people laugh possesses what? Is it naturalistic intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, spatial intelligence, or interpersonal intelligence? Okay, ano kaya yung tamang sagot? Okay, what do you think is the correct answer for question number 16? I would like to welcome all those people who are watching us for the first time on Facebook. Karamihan sa Facebook natin are first-timers. Welcome po to Gurong Pinoy. This is Study Link Gurong Pinoy. We are an authority for the LET and civil service. So I'm pretty sure that you are going to learn a lot from us as we go over the different items that we have here through our live streams. Okay, if this is your first time to be with us, our live stream schedules po are on Saturdays and Sundays, 7 p.m. That's Philippine time. Okay, my name is Ma'am Exayson Manaay. We used to own Study Link Review and Tutorial Center. That's a review and tutorial center in Iloilo. Now we have converted it to Gurong Pinoy. We're doing this online, not only because of the pandemic, but also because my family and I are now here in the US. I'm already teaching in Manning, South Carolina, USA. Okay, so that's why we're trying to help LET takers just like you pass the LET, but we're doing everything online. Now, if you want to grab our exclusive materials, then you can become a member of our exclusive FB group. That's Grow. And of course, Grow po, the details on how to join Grow, you can find at the beginning of this video. And you can also find it in between your GenEd and ProfEd. Okay, we always have 20 items GenEd, also 20 items ProfEd. And again, you can find the details on how to become a member of Grow at the beginning of this video or between GenEd and ProfEd discussion. So again, we'd like to welcome all those people who are watching us for the first time on Facebook. Welcome po. But of course, your YouTube viewers kasi natin, medyo matagal na to sila. Ito yung mga parokyano natin. Ma'am Rafaela, yes, you may send me a message po in my personal Facebook account. Sir James, this is not CSE, but of course, some of the items here can also be found as your CSE questions. Hindi pa po kami nag-CSA ngayon na review. Okay, we also have some CSA materials. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask my husband if he'd want to sell some of them, but he might be able to sell some of them as soft copy. Ma'am Rafaela Joy, Mek Saison Manaay po. Okay, now number 16. Many of you have answered. Oh, I'm pretty surprised that a lot of you have answered differently. No? Iba-iba yung sagot nyo for number 16. This is a very common question. Very common question ito sa ProfEd. This is, of course, the multiple intelligences according to Howard Gardner. If a person is friendly, has a capacity to make people laugh, this means the person has interpersonal intelligence. Okay, interpersonal intelligence po, that's letter D. Letter D, interpersonal intelligence, that's the correct answer. And of course, this is, as I have mentioned, multiple intelligences according to Howard Gardner. And hindi lamang po 8 yung ating different types of intelligences now, according to Gardner. Meron na tayong siyam na multiple intelligences nga hinahanap. Siyam na klase ng intelligences. So the first one there would be linguistic. So this person here, sometimes we call this verbal linguistic, no? This is a person who excels in words, languages, poetry. So these are poets, writers, your teachers. We are also verbal linguistics. Now, logical, mathematical, these are people who excel in math. So, logical thinking skills, bankers, accountants, math teachers, maaari nandito din. Visual, spatial, this excels in shapes, designs, graphics. So, dito nakikita yung ating designers, engineers. These are people who can make graphic organizers just very easily. Pag merong chart na pinapakopya si ma'am, ikaw naman ay erase ng erase, no? Ilang page na ng notebook mo yung ginamit mo. Pero those people who are very good at visual and spatial relationships, yung visual and spatial intelligent nga, they can just easily make your graphic organizer at just one go. Isang attempt lang, perfect na yung gawa nila. Okay? Now, musical, of course, these are our performers. So, ito yung mga makikita natin na magpa-perform ng mga singers natin during our online acquaintance party, yung mga magjo-join sa ating singing contest. Okay? Bodily kinesthetic, ito naman ang people who excel in performing sports or physical activities. You can have your actors here, athletes, even dancers. Interpersonal and interpersonal ability to understand your inner feelings. So these are your clergy, pastor, philosopher, maaring si Sir Efren, Pastor Efren, and nandito may interpersonal intelligence siya. Interpersonal intelligence naman, this is of course an ability to organize people, group activities, social relationships. Okay, you can become a leader, social worker, etc. Naturalistic, of course, these are people who have green thumb. They love plants, animals. So ito yung mga plantita natin ngayon. Usong-uso din, no? Nagpapabarter ng kanilang mga plants. So plantitas, plantitos, these are people with naturalistic intelligence. And of course, Gardner has added the 9th, which is existential. This is concerned with inner life of mind, body, and soul, understanding spirituality. So maaaring ito din, yung mga pastor natin, si Pastor Efren, dito din, pwedeng existential din. Existential interpersonal sila. So sabi ni Howard Gardner, there's not just one type of intelligence. There are 9 types of intelligences and a person may have several of these types. Okay? So hindi lamang linguistic, maaring iba-ibang klase, maaring lahat ng ito ay meron ka. Okay? So that's your multiple intelligences theory. Okay, so that's according to Howard Gardner. Now we go to the next question, number 17. Oh, bonus na naman ito. Metacognition is primarily characterized by recalling the past lesson, visualizing in advance, formulating hypotheses, or thinking about thinking. Very easy. Okay, wow, ang bilis oh. Mga taga-YouTube oh, lumilipad, on fire, ang bilis ah. Okay, now people on Facebook are also answering with the letter D, and of course that is the correct correct answer, okay? So learning about learning, thinking about thinking, that's metacognition according to John Clavel. Okay, that's number 17, letter D. Now we go to number 18. What are the most likely characteristics of children ages 3 to 5 according to Piaget? Is it letter A, mischievous, letter B, egocentric, letter C, lazy, letter D, altruistic? Okay lang po yan, Ma'am Checky. Balikan nyo na lamang po later. Okay lang po, Ma'am Checky. We understand po. Mahina daw yung signal ni Ma'am Checky. Okay, so again, going back to your question here, a lot of you on YouTube are answering with letter B. Okay, Facebook, ganun din. What are the most likely characteristics of children ages 3 to 5 according to Piaget? Now remember, Piaget's periods of cognitive development, sabi niya, meron tayong 4 na stages. Okay, so sensory motor, pre-operational, concrete operational, and formal operational. Now, for you to be able to memorize this easily, you can use the mnemonic smart people cook fish. Again, that's smart people cook fish. Now, we know during sensory motor, yan po yung mga nangyayari sa bata, uses of senses, motor skills, object permanence, okay? Now, symbolic thinking naman for pre-operational, imagination ng bata, and sabi dito, egocentric yung bata, meaning wala siyang pakialam. That's why your child is actually, the child may seem very very selfish during this time, no? So egocentric siya. That's 2 to 6 years old. No, this is mine. No, it's mine. Diba? Yan laging sinasabi ng bata. 7 to 11 naman, logic is applied. There's conservation, numbers, ideas, classification. And of course, 12 years old to adulthood, you already have formal operational. Now, if you want the in-depth discussion of this, please go to our YouTube channel. Okay, meron na po tayong video on this. The one that says professional education na video natin, no? Balikan niyo po lahat ng videos natin in our GenEd playlist, in our ProfEd playlist, GenEd and ProfEd live stream. Meron na po tayong in-depth na discussion nitong ating different theories in education. Okay, so letter B po, that's the correct answer. Now, altruistic here, if you don't know the meaning of the word, this means kind. Okay, so kind po yung altruistic. Yung mga palaging nagdo-donate, that's altruistic. No? So si Governor Miguel, si Ma'am Norhana, si Ma'am Rafaela, si Ma'am Joy, Sir Mark, no? Yung mga palaging nagdo-donate sa atin, no? Yung mga hindi ko na-mention, sorry po if I have not mentioned you, but those people who are always giving us ayuda, these are altruistic people. All right, so letter B is the correct answer. Second to the last question, according to Erickson, a child who is cold towards the people around him might have failed to obtain what basic goal based on his psychosocial development? Letter A, autonomy. Letter B, trust. Letter C, initiative. Letter D, mistrust. Okay, ano kaya ito? Ma'am Karen Cortaga, okay lang po yan? Habol po kayo? Ma'am Karen, sabi ni Sir Pinoy, preneur, double tap niyo lang daw po pag phone po yung gamit niyo. Huwag niyo pong ilagay yung maharot sa inyong group chat kasi baka merong pong sumali na from Facebook. Maganda din yung suggestion ni Pastor Efren. Gurong Pinoy LPT 2021. That's for the group chat. Okay, now a lot of people are answering the letter B sa YouTube. Ganun din dito sa Facebook natin. Okay, so Facebook viewers are also answering the letter B. And of course, that would be the correct answer. Now remember, sabi ni Eric Erickson, we go through 8 stages as we develop, no? Meron tayong 8 stages sa ating psychosocial development theory. Now, according to Freud, if you'd want to be successful in the latter stages, you should have been successful first in the previous stages. Okay, so of course, the first one for infants, 18 months until 18 months, that would be development of trust. And so that is very important for us. If you have sanggol, no, if you have infants in your houses, you should not let your infants cry for a very long time because your infants, your babies, are trying to develop the virtue of trust. Okay? So, dapat pag umiyak yung anak nyo, hindi din naman na sobrang nagmamadali kayo, na advance kayo mag-isip na pag sinabi pala ng anak nyo na, nilagyan nyo na kaagad ng bote ng milk, no? Hindi naman ganyan. Paiyakin nyo din sila. Paiyakin mo din siya ng siguro mga 1 minute, okay, 2 minutes, okay? But don't let the child cry for a very long time because the child is trying to develop the value of trust, okay? The value of trust, the virtue of trust. If kasi pag binigyan mo kaagad yung bata ng dede, hindi pa nga siya umiiyak, bigay ka ng bigay ng dede, ang mangyayari naman, the child is going to become very sweet with people around her. So ito yung mga nakikita nating friend natin na kahit na kaninong lalaki, for example, I'm so sorry for making this my example, but we have some friends who are very close with a lot of male friends especially, okay? So sa lahat ay close siya. Close siya sa lahat ng tao. Okay, so these are people who have also developed trust at an extreme level na, no? Sobrang trust na. Dahil nga, hindi siya pinapaiyak, hindi pa siya umiiyak, binigyan na siya ng dede. Sobrang trusting siya. What happens kasi, if this happens kasi, ay mamamroblema din kayo dahil yung bata ay magiging gullible. That means, mapaniwalain yung bata. So, kahit nasabihan siyang ganito, etchusin lang yung anak mo, ay akala niya love na siya talaga. So, kung ganito, mapaniwalain ka, that means, hindi ka pinaiyak ng nanay mo, ng tatay mo, no? Paiyak ka pa lang, advance na mag-isip yung nanay at tatay mo, pinadede ka na kaagad, okay? So that means, mapaniwalain mo, sinabihan kang love ka niya, naniwala ka naman kaagad. Pag ikaw naman ay may trust issues, alam mo namang love ka ng boyfriend mo, pero hindi ka talaga naniniwala, okay? May mistrust ka, maaaring pinaiyak ka ng mahabang panahon ng iyong mga magulang, okay? You were not able to develop the value or the virtue of trust, okay? So, meron kang trust issues. So, the correct answer for number 19 again would be letter B. Number 19, letter B. That's trust. Okay, last question for this. Okay, so Ma'am Izay, sabi ni Ma'am Izay, pati sa let, sinusundan ng tiwala sa sarili. Tama po yan. Okay, number 20, Claire has inherent skills in taking care of plants. Oh, very easy ito. Si Claire po ay isang plantita. It is highly possible that she has blank intelligence. Ano kaya ito? Yes, okay lang po yan. Gamitin niyo po yung logo for your group chat. Sarap magpaiyak ng pamangkin. Mga brutal to na tita, oh. Okay, now the correct answer here, of course, a lot of you are choosing letter A, and of course, that's the correct answer, okay? So, Plantita Claire has naturalistic intelligence, okay? So, that's the type of intelligence that we are looking for here. Wait, Ma'am Rafaela, pwede po ba, sabi na lang po sa FB, nag-attend po ngayon. Okay, I will be posting something po on Gurong Pinoy so that those people who are in Facebook and would like to join our online acquaintance party, they can also join. Okay, bonus din itong question number 20 nyo. Okay, now a lot of you have more than 30 as your score. Okay, so again, we are going to see each other on Saturday night. Again, our schedule for August would be Saturday, Sunday only. That's 7 p.m. Philippine time. I'm going back to school tomorrow. Some of you are still in MECQ. If you're not in MECQ, then take care po. Do not get COVID. Do not get sick. Okay, be careful. Always wash your hands. And we'll see each other again on Saturday. That's 7 p.m. Ganun din po dito sa ating Facebook students. Okay, so again, we will see each other on Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. Si Pastor Efren, please make sure that you prepare for your prayer for Saturday. That's closing prayer and also your opening prayer for Saturday. Then, of course, we have Miss Ma'am Eunice for Sunday, okay? Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you so much for learning with Gurong Pinoy. I will be posting something with regards to your acquaintance party. Then, of course, Ma'am Rafaela, our designated secretary, is already very busy, as well as the rest of the people who are helping her. Okay, so again, good night. I hope you have learned a lot from me tonight. We will see each other next weekend. Okay, so don't be late. Make sure that you have your data ready because we are going to learn again next weekend. Okay, so again, ito po ang inyong gurong Pinoy na nagsasabing, maliit man na butil ng mga kaalaman, ang dulo nito ay malaking kaginawaan. Maraming salamat po. Thank you, good night, and sleep well. I'll see you next weekend. Bye!